Que sera. Yeah, what will be, will be. What's up? Shout out to my Canadian French friends. You guys know how to make a decent, banging. Let me be honest, I watched it all in one day. You guys know how to make an amazing TV show. And in this video, I'm going to explain a couple different things and then give you all some predictions for episode 5. We didn't actually get a trailer. If we did, I didn't find it on the app or on YouTube, so maybe it's in some mysterious location. But I will say this, the entire captions, right, the entire script for the episode 5 leaked online. I'm not going to read it in this video because I don't know how MGM or Epix is with their copyright stuff. But yeah, just know that if you go to the subreddit for this TV show from, you can read the script of episode 5 because the captions leaked online. Yeah, what will be, will be. If I'm going to learn how to review the show, I should learn how to speak in French. A French toast, Paris, butter, champagne. Oh, just kidding. All right, so look, the first thing I want to talk about, right? This is really important. I haven't read any theories online, so anything I'm about to say could be completely wrong because I've only run the ideas past, well, myself. And we've had a bunch revealed about the lore of this story, and you know, we also have even more that hasn't been revealed, right? So everything I'm about to say is just, I've only bounced these ideas off myself. I did read one theory in the subreddit, but it was like a glance. I didn't want it to infect my own ideas about the show first. I kind of want to, this is the first video I've ever made on it, so I want to put my own ideas out there. But anyway, so starting off, what are the creatures? What the hell are these demon things that are haunting these poor folks every time the sun goes down, right? Well, they're demons, right? We can tell that sunlight wards them away. As with mythology and a lot of, fantastical creatures from human imagination, the sun washes it all away, right? So these demons, these creatures, sleep during the day because we've seen when Victor goes underground, with, I believe, Tabitha, perhaps, is her name. I have all of the characters' names pulled up because I'm still trying to remember all of them. But yeah, I believe it. I believe it is. Yes. Yeah, Tabitha. Shout out to Tabitha. She looks amazing, by the way. Super attractive. But anyway, when Victor and Tabitha are underground, right, in the upside down, so to speak, they see that the demons have their face when they're sleeping. Right? I think this is a clue. So remember, I said I could be completely wrong here, but we see that they have their natural faces, the weird succubus, sunken in eyes, really no eyes, like sharp fang teeth, demon face. They have them when they're underground. When they go above ground, they return or retain their human form, right? All of the demons that we've seen have all been from the 50s and 60s, judging by their outfits, right? The way they're dressed. We even saw a Civil War soldier in the first couple of episodes come up and try to kill one of the main characters. So it seems like whatever is happening in Fromville or From City, whatever you want to call it, has been happening for a while, right? And what I was getting at with the demon faces below ground and then human above ground, it's kind of like as above so below, or that was a really good movie. You should go watch that if you haven't seen it. But basically they look like how they did when they were above ground, when they were human. So that's why they retain that shape. Also, it's easier to trick somebody if you look like them, right? But I mean, like, I don't even think they can help it. I think when they're above ground, they just look human until they're about to feed, until they reveal their true selves, and then when they're underground, they revert back to their demon states. Now, one of the things that keeps happening is people, whether it be the dang skeleton chained up to the wall that talked to Boyd and told him he knew his wife, or mentioned that maybe his wife was right? Everybody keeps mentioning that the demons that we see killing the townsfolk and the people who live in the communion house, they are just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more out there, right? Remember, we've seen like the images drawn on, which I can't believe that hasn't been addressed yet. That's my one complaint. Is like, how are the people in general not discussing more ideas together? Everybody's being really secretive, but then also you look behind people when they're sleeping and you see these demonic images, like giant spiders and creatures with no face and people being brutally murdered, right? And some of them were drawn by Victor, some of them were drawn by Ellis, Boyd's son. But why the fuck is nobody being like, hey, what's this? I don't want to sleep right here. There's a demon image right there. That's Damon. Damon is a demon, but I don't sleep in here. It's my office. Massive Hot D fan. If you're just finding my channel from this video, please welcome, join. I cover shows that I really, really enjoy. And as you can see, there's only been a few of those. I don't enjoy shows a lot, but this From show kind of snuck up on me. I saw a couple other YouTubers that I've collaborated with before and actually met, Teflon TV. He's been covering this show for years, and I kind of seen a little bit of his videos, and it made me intrigued. I just kind of forgot about the TV show because House of the Dragon came out. So here I am. But anyway, it makes you wonder, right? Like, why is nobody questioning more of what's going on in Fromville? I think the demons are maybe the foot soldiers. If there's a true hierarchy of, like, bad guys in From City or Fromville, right? The demons, the foot soldiers, are the lowest tier rank, right? So let me take a couple minutes to get my thoughts together. Okay, so the second thing, right, kind of ties into the first thing. It's like, what is Fromville? What is From City? What are the demons that are there, right? Well, I'm sure this is probably accepted amongst the From watching community, right? It's probably an alternate reality, right? Seemingly, there's no way to get out, right? There's images of a loop that you keep seeing in the runes in the background, or in the background of the cave. That Boyd found the talismans in. I think they're on every one of the talismans. It's like this loop of like this thing where like it's infinite, right? It just keeps going. So then that's what happened when every single person comes into Fromville. They see the tree, and then they just keep driving in circles until they figure out what's going on, right? So they're forced to stop and, realize, hey, the demons are coming to get you when the sun goes down, right? So I've seen movies that are like that before. Specifically, there's this one movie with the dude that played Mark Zuckerberg in the Facebook movie. Him and his wife go and look at this house and then get stuck in hell, and they're forced to live in this house with this anti-Satan demon baby. So I think that premise can be applied to this movie. The people in Fromville are in some sort of either a pocket dimension, like the hippie dude with the beard was saying, the kind of racist guy. Remember, he called Ellis. He's like, don't be shooting up the place. I don't know that guy's name, but he was saying it's a pocket dimension inside of an alternate reality universe. That's what it is. That was revealed right there in the lore. They told us what it was. So it's an alternate reality, right? The whole thing is, why are these people there? And they kind of discussed it in the most recent episode. It's like, is this a test? Like, remember when, I believe it's Jim? Is it Jim? The husband? Yes, Jim. I believe, remember when he goes and talks to Donna about the voice they heard in the season finale that told him to go save his wife? She shouldn't be digging down there. Then the house collapses. They discover that they're being watched, right? So then when you combine that with the information that we get from Boyd's storyline, that, the guy that was chained up to the wall says that they're torturing them. It was just like, the demons aren't the ones who did that to him. It was probably their bosses, right? The thing, as soon as that part of the story was revealed, the one thing that jumped out to me was, Predator. Predator. Literally, I think it was Alien versus Predator, and there's like another Predator 2000 or something where a group of people are kidnapped and dropped off in this location, and Predator is hunting them, right? So what if that's not what this is? Like, to be completely honest, last season when the light was revealed, when Boyd and, what's her name? The crazy looking girl, Sarah. When Boyd and Sarah are out in the tit and the light goes off, I thought, oh, it's aliens. This whole time, it's just been aliens. That makes sense. The aliens are able to manipulate all this crap, and they're maybe testing humans to see how far humans will go, or maybe it's their reality TV show. Who knows? Let me know what you think. You think this is, to summarize there, because that was a bunch of crap. I think that Fromville is a working theory, which means it can change at any time. The more episodes we get, I think that Fromville is an alien pocket dimension, and all of the people that have seen the tree, they think they see the tree, but really they've been sucked up into the alien ship and taken to this parallel pocket dimension where, humans are being hunted and tested, right? And it's obvious that the demons, right, are former townspeople that used to live there that were killed, and maybe ever so often they get cycled through, because none of the main characters have really recognized the demons. That's because they're not from their time. But maybe it takes a while for the people that were killed in the village to come back. And maybe we'll see that this season. Maybe Boyd or potentially Donna, someone that's been there for a while, will see one of the people that died when they were there, right? And that's when we'll be confirmed that when everybody or anybody who dies in Fromville becomes one of these demons, it just takes a while before they pop up. I don't know. Like I said, let me know what you all think down below. This is all working theories. Let's do some predictions, direct predictions for episode 5. Okay, so I feel like, obviously the last thing that happens is, obviously the box being revealed as a potential option for Sarah to be forced to go into, right? But that's just too obvious to make a prediction. So I'll make a prediction that there will be a big fight between our boy Boyd, right, and Kenny, all right, that's his name, yeah, Kenny. And they will obviously fight about what will be the true fate of Sarah. But I think it'll be interesting. It'll be an ultimate test of does Sarah truly have creatures that are looking out for her? Because if that's the case, maybe she'll survive the night or be let out or somehow, can escape. To be honest, she's like a really entertaining character, so it'd be kind of sad to have her die, and be taken away from the show. I like the actress that plays her is really talented, but also she brings something extra to the storyline to give us answers, right? Like I guess we're developing Jim's wife, right? She is Tabitha. She's like kind of developing a connection with the demons, right? She's seeing ghosts during the daytime, but so was her son. Right? And nothing kind of came of that. I mean, like, obviously the storyline went forward, but I feel like Sarah is, like, the key, because she knew about the portkey trees, right? So, portkey in, like, Harry Potter, where they jump into it and are teleported somewhere else, so they can control the destination. Here, not so much, right? Those teleporting trees, she knew about those. She's being told, the boy in white is helping her. She has a stronger connection to the boy in white than Tabitha and Jim's son does, right? It's obvious because she was able to find the portkey and push him into it. And the only person so far that's been able to do that has been Victor, right? So potentially, what we know about that little boy is that when Victor first got there, when it happened, right? That little boy was alive and playing on the seesaw, and then when Victor's looking around and figures out everything, Victor walks over to the little boy and plays with him. And then Victor mentions in the show, as an older man, the little boy disappeared and he was gone for a long time and he hasn't seen him since. So we find the picture with Victor in the background and the dude who owned the original journal. Speaking of which, as a side note, the symbol, right, that Jade is obsessed with, that looks exactly like the first couple of symbols that Boyd was carving into the trees. And I need to go back and look. And I know Boyd was carving an up arrow. And then later on in season 1, we saw a close-up of it, and it was an up arrow. But the symbol initially looked like something that Boyd carved when he was panicked. His first night in the woods that he spent out there when he discovered the talismans or whatever, he was trying to mark trees, and he did the symbol that looks exactly like the symbol that Jade's obsessed with. So that symbol's obviously going to be hopefully giving us some answers in the next episode. But like I was saying before, I can see some of the frustration when you read some of the rhetoric online, on Facebook and on Twitter and stuff, about people saying, the show kind of won't give us enough information. People kind of just move on with the conversation. They'll start talking about something and be like, I gotta go, right? In my opinion, yeah, that gets a little much. It does happen a lot, but that's what makes the show so good, is, they reveal a bunch of crap. You can't really complain about, action and stuff happening in the storyline. It's just this greater mystery. It's really interesting. The first episode was so hard for me to get to. I made it 20 minutes into the episode, and then I went on Twitter and started complaining. I'm like, this show, I want to like it, but I can't get into it because of its own logic and the writing choices. And now, holy crap, has that paid off. The show's amazing. I think it's really good. I kind of wish a network like HBO or potentially Netflix or somebody had picked it up, because I would have watched it sooner. I'm biased. I'm like a petty, person when it comes to that kind of thing of like, am I going to watch something? Oh, what network is it on, right? Like usually my go-to network for things like that is HBO. I'll just try to switch it up a little bit, but I guess I'll just leave it like how it was. My go-to network for TV shows has always kind of been HBO. Westworld, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, anything that comes on HBO, even if it's not my style of show, I still end up liking it if I watch it, right? Because it's just good TV, and they put a lot of thought into it. The writing is really good, right? So when I found out that this From show is on sort of a relatively unknown streaming service, I didn't give it the second chance a day or whatever you call it. Man, am I an idiot, right? I could have been reviewing the whole first season. It was really good. But anyway, yeah, episode 5 is going to be good. I might do another one of these videos if you all like this. I'm definitely going to be reviewing episode 5, but I mean another one of these sort of like prediction style, breaking down some of the lore style videos. I want to do screen caps of the symbol that Jade is obsessed with, and then also how I think it's similar to the first. That's initially what I thought. I was like, oh, it's going to be revealed that Boyd was somehow the one who was writing and carving those symbols in the journal, and it'll be like a time traveling loop thing, kind of like how the bracelet was found by Tabitha. Remember, she found the bracelet she made for Jim, right? And it shouldn't be there because he lost it the day that their daughter was born, right? So I thought that journal was going to be revealed to be Boyd's because he had carved that symbol into the trees and like an army trick to get back to where you were, right? And like that's not the case. So I don't know. Let me know what you all think down below. I really enjoyed this TV show, and I super enjoy making videos about stuff that I like. So yeah, slap a like on this and subscribe. My catchphrase is long night. So I usually say that in videos. But for the From, I'll do Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. I know that wasn't on tone, but I was trying to rush it.